Hey there, this is video 5.9. It's an introduction to histograms. So we spent a couple of videos drawing the frequency tables. That's going to be the hardest work in this section. And it's just a matter of taking your time, doing it slow, and getting everything right. Once you have the frequency table drawn, then you can draw a histogram, or in the next video or two, you can draw a frequency polygon. And as it was just pointed out by my husband, he goes, actually, you don't want to draw any of this stuff by hand. You want to use Excel, which it does a really good job of. But I'm not 100% how to do that, and I just need you to be able to draw them by hand. So that's what we're looking at. So here is a frequency table about the batteries. Now, the numbers are slightly different because where I got this answer key from, it went from 360 to 369 and 370 to 379. And when we did it, we went 360 to 370, 370 to 380. So the numbers are slightly different, but that's okay, because we're just going to use this to make our handy dandy histogram. All right, so basically we're making a bar chart, but the big difference between a bar chart and a histogram is that a histogram doesn't have spaces between the bars. And I didn't know that until I looked up the difference between a bar chart and a histogram. All right, so my intervals, which is this stuff, needs to go across the x-axis, which is on the bottom. Okay, they don't have to start at 0, but they do need to be labeled. Previously, so we can see the bottom, I counted, and there's about 33 spaces all the way across, and we divided 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There is 8 intervals. So there's a number of ways we can do this. I am going to choose, just to give myself a little bit of spare room, I'm going to take, well, I'll show you, 33 spaces divided by 8 intervals. And that gives you 4.125, I think. I'm going to say that one interval is 3 spaces. I just want a little extra room. I don't want to end up having to draw some extra stuff at the end. So if you want to use 4, if you want to use 2, it's fine. Don't use 1. I don't want graphs that, are done in this much room. They look kind of bad. And unless you have really, really teeny handwriting, the numbers look terrible. And if you have really, really teeny handwriting, if it's that small, it's going to hurt my eyes when I mark it. So please don't do it. And I'm going to show you one other trick. I'll put 0 there, and then I'm going to draw, see that? Kind of, I don't know, some mountains are heartbeat. In math, what that means is part of my graph is missing. We're not going to draw that part. Now, if we go to our table here, we start at 360, 370. So I'm also going to put my paper sideways so it's a little easier to draw. 360, and I'm going to count 3 boxes, 1, 2, 3, 370, 1, 2, 3. All right, whoops. Let's see, I disappeared on you there. So before I go further, I want to make sure I went 3 boxes there, 3 boxes, 3 boxes, 3. Okay, 3 boxes all the way along, because those divisions represent the same amount of data or the same size of divisions, so you want them all to be the same, otherwise it's wrong. And we also need to label our axes, and this is the battery life. In minutes. Okay, now our vertical axis, this is the y-axis, one's going this way, is frequency. Okay. And if we look on our data table, the highest number we have for frequency is 7. So again, I could count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but that doesn't use much of my graph. I think I've got enough room to go 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. All right. So there we go. Now we need to plot our data. So from 360 to 369, there were 2. So 360 to 369 is this area. We're going to go up to 2 and across. And we're going to color that in. Now, if you want to impress me, I'm going to impress you more if you can actually see what I was doing. So 360, 370, and there were 2. 370, I know you can see your sheet. 370 to 379, there was 3. So in the next box, we need to go up to 3. And we color it in. If it makes you happy, use different colors. If you want to make it look nice and neat, feel free to use a ruler. And then we have 5. And then we have 7. So this is our biggest one. And then 5, the next one. Okay, and in case you're wondering where I'm getting those numbers from, by the way, I just can't squeeze this all in with it. So I am graphing this. This is how high up I'm going. So between 410 and 419, there should be 4. So 4 is there. And my apologies if you're picking up my wind chime. The wind has come up this afternoon and it's nice and comfortable in here. I will fix that before the next one. 420 to 430, there's 3. And the last one there is 1. And ta-da, there's your histograms. Okay, they're pretty straightforward to draw once you have the frequency table done. All right, that's the end of that one. Thank you.